Hi there, it's Lucy here and I'm out and about today looking for tracks and trails that animals have left behind. Now I'm recording this in the lovely snow that we've been having recently, but this is an activity that you can do even when the snow has disappeared. I'm going to share some hints and tips with you, and this might be a fun activity that you'd like to do this half term. So let's see what we can find. So a really good print to start off with is a deer print. Now I'm filming this out and about in Ipswich, so the print that I most like to find is a muntjac print. And so what you're looking for with a deer print is a little bit like if someone has got their fingers and just gone like that in the snow. Okay, let's go and see if we can find some. Really pleased I found one. Let me show you what it looks like. So there are about 350,000 foxes in the UK, and about 150,000 of those are thought to be in our towns and cities. So with that in mind, we should stand quite a good chance of finding a fox print. So with these fox prints, I'm looking for something that is roughly diamond shape or perhaps oval shape. And with the toe pads, I'm looking for a print to be left behind, and if I was to do an imaginary cross through their paw print, I'd be able to get a cross through without touching any of those pads. So let's see if I can find one. So I found lots of prints, but they've turned out to be dog prints, and they can be quite similar to fox, but I'll show you the difference. So I know that this is a dog print because if I was to try and make a cross all the way through, I can't do that without hitting its toe pads. And that's how I know that this is a dog print. So I found our fox print, which is really cool. So we know this is our fox because I can get that imaginary cross all the way through in between the pads without going through them. And if you have a look at the shape of these prints, they're quite diamond shaped. So if you fancy going on a bit of an adventure, a really good way to find some really good tracks is quite often by heading in little nooks and crannies, perhaps underneath some hedges or in the undergrowth, because that's quite often how animals like to travel, underneath the cover of trees and hedges. So I'm going to go and have a crawl through and see what I can find. So it's really exciting. I've just out of the corner of my eye spotted some rabbit prints just by this tree. So I'll show you what they look like. So with rabbit prints, of course, you're looking for two big back feet and two smaller front feet, and quite often they travel in a straight line, and the prints that they leave behind are often in a triangle shape. So another print that you might come across is a badger print. Badger prints are quite wide, they often show claw marks, and they have 5 toe pads which sit in front of a back pad. Okay, let's keep looking for other prints. It's really cool. I've just found some bird prints here. Trying to decide what bird it is that exactly left behind the print is actually quite a tricky thing to do, but there are a couple of hints and tips that can help you identify them. So if you think about how a pigeon moves about, they will walk with one foot in front of the other. And so if they're sparrow prints, if you think about how they move about, they quite often hop, and they will be hopping with both feet in line with each other. And so if you see sets of pairs along in the snow or mud, then that's a good clue that that's a sparrow that's left behind that print. Sparrows make this look very easy. It's actually quite hard to do. And if you see webbed footprints, then that's quite often a clue that that's a gull or a duck. Really good thing to keep in mind is your habitat type. So I know that I'm not going to find all of the different species here. I'm in a woodland and heathland habitat, so there are certain footprints that I know that I just wouldn't find here. So for example, one of those prints is water vole, and although I do come across them quite often, I'm not going to find it here today. But let me show you a picture of what they do look like. So I've had loads of fun today going out and about looking for different animal prints, and I really hope that you enjoy this as an activity, either looking for them in the snow if it lasts, or perhaps in the lovely gloopy mud that the snow will leave behind. Now, I couldn't leave without making my own print in the snow, so I'm going to have a go making a snow angel. But for now, it's bye from me, and I'll see you another time.